Going out tonight, right?
Nah, man, I gotta go to the crib, cat. Shit, I ain't fucking around with y'all tonight.
Shoot, I just got that where you at text. I gotta roll.
Salakia, sir. I wish I could, but I got slavery in the morning. Y'all motherfuckers. Y'all ain't going out with me. Fuck y'all think y'all is, man. Y'all ain't trying to go out with me. Listen, man. Y'all motherfuckers got the gang fucked up. We popping out. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? You ain't fucking with me? Hey, the wall! Y'all niggas will be in fucking Victorville having camp, nigga. Yeah, I might have Shabbat all day. Sundown to sundown. You think who the you fuck with me? Nigga, y'all niggas is going now. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. You hear me? It's me, y'all, and y'all. Not the shot. Oh, God would be, man. I'm a good time. I'm a good time, right? Hey, who out the shot? Shit, man. I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. Burn this motherfucker down. Don't come back either. Better walk away. Good time on my goddamn self. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. I'll go out with you.
My nigga. What a motherfucking day. Let's roll.
Get it from the
Right.
back.
What are we gonna do afterwards?
That's on Christ, Scout. What's that?
What's going on with you?
Oh, sir, chilling, sir.
Yeah.
What you watching over here?
Shit, man. I like the game, man. You feel me?
Oh, yeah, them Lakers are good.
Yeah, I got a little money on it, man.
How much you got on?
Like a couple units.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be real with you though, Cap, man.
What's good?
Look, man, I ain't gonna cap, bro. Cap, I ain't going back in the world, Cap, man. I'm available all the time. I do Sabbath service every week. Anytime you say something in the chat, I'm on it. Man, I'm about to get in the medical department. I'm doing a lot, man. Always available. I was trying to say, man, can I get some rank around here or something?
So you asked for rank, huh? Like, you hot right now. You feel me? You hot right now. I understand that. And I see you. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta think about it. You feel me?
I hear you, Cap. I hear you, Cap. But, I mean, you acting like you like scared or something. Give me something.
Hold on. What you say? Scared? Listen, man. I fear God. That's it. Nothing else. All right, you hear me? I went to camp 46 straight weeks. Ain't no one harder than me on the West. You understand that, right?
Come.
Don't ever bring scared business into this school.
It's like, sir, I ain't mean to overstep nothing like that, man. I'm just saying I want it, man. I've been out here working. I've been grinding. I'm in it, man. I'm precepting every day, learning something every day. I need it, man. I need it.
Listen, man. I hear you. Let me see what I can do, all right? Let me see what I can do.
Come.
Good? Nah, no sign of Christ. There we go, right there. Ain't that the brother trying to get ranked up?
I had to drop a dime on that nigga. I don't like that shit. Get my phone. General Muhammad?
That gun down, son, and get knocked out like your father used to.
D, follow me, right? D.
Yo, Cap. You know that nigga Tebow had Red's bike for like 2 weeks, right?
You told me, yeah.
So listen, we out there shooting dice and shit. Me, Tebow, Knock.
Roll the dice, nigga. Come on, bro.
Yo, man, listen. I'm winning so much, I'm gonna need another nigga to count it for.
All right, nigga.
Yeah,
Roll
man.
them dice.
Yeah, 9. I won.
You what?
I lost.
Here, roll the dice.
Yo, Tebow.
Here. Here, hold on money.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, nigga.
Bruh, tripping, man. He talking about he went them breakdowns from the class the other day. You know I wasn't even tripping.
What breakdowns?
The precepts, the one I was asking you about.
Oh, those presets. I didn't know you wanted them. They're right here, homie. Follow me.
Word. Yeah. Word, man. Appreciate it, man. You know, we didn't do a group or anything. We still won West. We just gonna go by a different name.
Oh, shit! You got knocked the fuck out! Oh shit! Yo! God damn!
What you want, some too, young man? No.
Man, I told you about coming around and messing with one West, man. They not crazy. They love everybody. Just a fucking
They got in the car, nigga. We was dying. Fucked up, cat, yo. That shit was crazy.
Hey, what's good, Zariah, man? What's up?
Get your ass up.
Oh, man, you always do. What's going on, man?
What's good, Red?
Hey, man, they was clowning you at work today, man.
So?
I mean, we watched the video a couple times, but we really couldn't tell if it was you.
Yo, how's your eye?
Oh, it's cool.
God damn! What's up, Op? What's up, Op? Yo, let me get one of them flyers, man. Man, I ain't giving you shit. You better get the hell out of here before Cat Pop come out here. Man, come on, man. Why you gotta be like that, man? I'm trying to come to class, man. Why you acting crazy?
Man, you need to go do that.
Man, I ain't giving him shit.
Man, what? Man, you ain't gonna give me shit. We need brothers to come to class.
Damn, man. Ite me yato me taro tato. Man, you fucking racist, man. Give me this goddamn flyer, man. You acting crazy, home. Man, fuck you. Oh, shit. Tebow, nigga.
What?
Who? Tebow.
Damn, I ain't been to class in a minute. Shit.
Oh, shit.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Red? Thanks for the bike. What you got on my ties, homie?
I ain't got nothing.
I thought you already collected the time.
I did, but I want Red's 10%.
Stall him out.
What's up, Red? What you got on my ties, homie?
I ain't got nothing, man.
Oh, yeah. You got something.
I ain't got. Hey, man, that's messed up, man.
Shut your ass up or I knock your ass out.
Yo, Tebow, man, that's messed up, man. Give him his money back.
What money?
Right now.
Hey, man, why ain't y'all help me?
Yeah, man, I paid my tithes.
Man, that's fucked up. If it was y'all, I would have helped y'all.
What about the time he took the ties from me in Zariah's backyard?
Oh, that was different.
Man, let's jump him.
Man, sit your ass down, man.
Man, I got mind control over Tebow. When he here, I pay my tithes. But when he leave, I pay my tithes.
Man, damn, man. I should have just paid my tithes, man.
that nigga gonna cry in the car.
He should have paid his tithes.
Shit, real shit.
This shit is endless. What I speak is the truth. I don't care if it's offensive.
Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK Athens History class, Monday night. Shalom, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Barakatah to the brothers, Yahweh Shema Elatah Bahashim Yahushua to the sisters. And we are going in tonight about Memorial Day, you understand? We're going to talk about, too, how nothing has changed from civil rights, from slavery to civil rights. And you can go even further today, how nothing has changed. You think that it has, because of how you living today, but in reality you're living in a worse predicament than you was living when you was in the time of, you understand, civil rights, when you had a sense of union amongst each other. But today you don't have that, you understand? And we're gonna go into a little bit of it today, you understand? Because y'all out celebrating today, y'all probably celebrating the old, Memorial Day. That's what y'all do. But we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna show you a little bit how the Lord looks at those days, especially today. This is a crime against the Lord. But living in this oppression, they paint the day as it's something amazing. You understand? When it goes directly against your people, because the crimes that has been done to your people has not been remembered. But the crimes that they have done against you, that they remember, they're proud of that. They want to memorialize that. You understand? But we're going to get into it first. And I want to talk a little bit about what is slavery. You understand? Like, because a lot of people think that we're not enslaved when we're still enslaved. And then they holler about how much they, you understand, love the Most High, but they don't understand that we are in a mental slave. We're not in a slavery where you getting beat all day and night. You're not getting dead like that. But you are being dragged and thrown around with this different philosophies. And basically, all these different philosophies have you brought together under one banner. You're brought under Christianity. That's what you're brought into. And that is what's taught to your children. That is what is taught to your grandmother and your grandfather. That's what's taught to them. And they being passed on generation through generation. And you're going to stay under the foot of another nation and wonder why your people are not in a better predicament than they are. Now they're going to highlight and say, oh, black people just stupid. Black people this and that. But they don't understand that philosophy is what you would call racism. Black people cannot be racist. How can you be racist? When you look up the definition of racism, racism is when you can actually change laws and oppress a certain people. Black people can't change. What laws is we gonna change? What laws have we created as a people? None. You understand? So this is what we're gonna go into today. We're gonna talk a little bit about slavery. The two definitions of slavery. We're gonna dive into it. We're gonna start off first. This is the definition of slave. If you type it in the, if you look up the word of slave, it has two definitions. The first definition is a bond servant. Is someone who is bound to serve you for a set price. You understand? That is what was done 250 years ago when we was brought over from the west coast of Africa, and a lot of our people that already been living in North America. When you look at the bottom of South America, you dealing with Argentina, Chile, a lot of our people from the Mayans, from the Aztecs, our Ishkarite brother, the Taino Indians, or what they call Taino, our brothers and sisters, they have been brought in that same type of servitude for a set price. When we left out of the west coast of Africa, the so-called Ashanti tribe and the Akan tribe, if you look up these tribes, these so-called African tribe, Hamite tribes, these are tribes that brought us, you understand, they sold us to the oppressor, to the so-called white man, who they call Edomites in the scriptures. We were sold unto him, and then he brought us over to America and made us work. You understand? So we could build up his paradise, build up his kingdom. You understand? Or what he would call heaven. You understand? That's what we bought up. Then you goes into the second definition. The second definition shows a slave that is not bound in chains and ain't getting their back whipped. You understand? It's a slave that is not bound in chains. Right now, today, we don't have chains tied to us. We don't at all. But the chain is laid us on your mind. It's a spiritual chain. That chain keeps you in the loop of when we have to go to work every day. When you have to do this, you want fresh, clean water. They take the water that is natural and they charge you for it. They pull you into oppression. That is why it's hard to take care of your children. It's hard to do anything in this empire, because they take something that is free, which is a resource. You understand? They take it and charge a astronomical set price on it. You understand? That's what they do with medicine and everything. They come up with a lot of the pharmaceuticals with all types of it has things in it, that chemicals that the side effects is worse than actually finding the plant that the Lord made on the earth. It's better to get the plant, but they give you the pharmaceutical, stuff that they make, and they put stuff in it to keep you coming back like a drug addict. That's exactly what it does. Even though it helps you for the moment, later on down the road, your liver end up, you have a leaky gut, or your liver end up burning a hole through it. That's usually what happens inside of Esau's empire. You have to break those chains, and the Lord wants us to get out of that. When we was in Rome, we was living the same way that we are living today. It is no different. You understand? So that's the second definition of knowing what a slave is. The one that we fall under right now is a slave that is not bound by chains. You understand? But I want to get into two quick scriptures. I'm gonna go to the book of Jude, and these scriptures show how through our disobedience we'll be placed in everlasting chains until the Lord destroys the kingdoms around us, until he brings them to their knees. We shall be in it but it's the thing, we have to come back to the Lord, but we don't want to do that. So we're going to go to Jude chapter 1 verse 4. We're going to read through 6. It says, "For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of God into lasciviousness, and denying the only Lord God and our Lord Jesus Christ." This is what is being brought up today. This is what our people doing. They are brought into lasciviousness, which is they want to go out and have sex with other men's wives. They are disobeying. They are not keeping the Sabbath. They ain't doing nothing that we supposed to be doing to help our people get back to the Lord. They have turned unto what the Lord has offered. You understand? What Eve did when speaking to that serpent, which was a man in the garden, you understand? Speaking unto the serpent, she thought that serpent, what it was telling her, what was great and amazing for her to live like unto the other nations. That's what that serpent was telling her. And that same philosophy has been traveling through the years. We continue to stay at the bottom. Why? Because we have a set way that we supposed to live. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians cannot live like other nations. We cannot live like them. That is what it's saying right here in verse 4. That our people, if you look at the Christian churches, those politicians, you understand, these celebrities, you look at P. Diddy, what's happening today. P. Diddy fall right into this predicament right here. You understand? When these supposed to be the men that has risen up in this empire. If you look at Joseph in the scriptures in the book of Genesis, you understand, he got sold basically to the Egyptians, you understand, from his brother, from his brothers, got sold unto them for gain, you understand, jealousness, you understand, that we cannot be like that. We have to come back to the Lord, and this is how we gonna stand on top and be looked at by the Lord, how we supposed to have been looked at and be above all nations upon the face of the earth. You understand? But let's go to verse 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. Just like when our people were, after the Lord freed us out of Egypt, what happened to our people? Our people got out in Egypt, and they didn't want to. You had some of our people didn't want to keep the law. They didn't want to do nothing. You understand? And the Lord destroyed the people that didn't believe, that didn't want to believe and follow what Moses was saying. Was Moses was getting his understanding from the Most High, but he didn't want to do that. Now they just seen the Lord give Moses the power to split the Red Sea. They just saw that. You understand? But they did not want to follow him because our people are simple-minded. You understand? We are hard-headed, stiff-necked. We want to do what we want to do. And your will is not the Lord's will at all. The Lord's will is for you to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, for you not to be eating crab, shrimp, lobster, not to be having sex with another man's wife. You cannot be doing all these things. This is why we're going to continue to stay at the bottom. Why? Because we have no morality. You understand? But we're going to get back to that. You understand? And the priests and prophets that's on this earth, we're going to go to the grave telling our people what we need to do and showing our people how to do these things. You understand? If you choose not to learn it, that's your problem. You understand? But let's go to verse 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting change under darkness, unto the judgment of that great day. You understand? When it's talking about the angels which kept not their first estate, that's talking about us. We are the angels that's on earth of the Most High. And it said, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved an everlasting change under darkness. See, we didn't want that. You understand? We left out of that habitation. You understand? Because we didn't want to follow the laws. That habitation was gone. So the Lord reserved everlasting change for us under darkness. Right now in America, we living in darkness. That's what it is. We living in darkness. And when that light comes, that's our King, Yahushua, Hamashiach in the Hebrew. He's coming back, ignorantly known as Jesus Christ. You understand? He coming back to change the wheel, break the wheel of these empires that's connected together. You understand? But let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. You understand? This is what it's talking about. You celebrate Memorial Day today. Yeah, you are under that everlasting change. Why? Because you think that it's not even happening. You think, oh, ain't nothing happening to me. I can watch TV. I can go to the movies. Oh, but better yet, you look up, we got diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure. We dealing with all type of stuff. We stressed out, got mental illness, bad anxiety. We all messed up. You understand? And our people somehow, with all of these afflictions, we still are chased after as a people, as a thing that we bring to the earth as something great. We still sought after for all the work and amazing things that we do. Even though we in here, you understand? We still bring such amazing things to this earth. But it's going to come a time where we shall be on top of the earth and we shall be dictating the things that's supposed to happen for us and our people. You understand? But let's keep going. Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. We shall serve our enemies. That's what we've been doing for the past 400 years. Serving our enemies. Why? Because of what I just read in the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 4 through 6. What I just read there is what is being shown in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness. You understand? In want of all things. That's how we're living in here today. The Lord know directly what we need. You understand? He know what we need. And that's why he's telling you right here, you disobey me, you're going to go to another nation and you're going to call unto them for hunger and thirst and nakedness. You're going to need them for clothes and you're going to want all things from them That's what's going to happen because we don't supposed to be living like this, but we're going to continue to live like this because we're hard-headed. You understand? I was once in the world smoking dope. You understand? Having sex with another man's wife. That's what I was doing all the time, constantly. You understand? But then I looked at my family and I said, man, I got to change my life because this right here is going to keep us in turmoil if we don't figure out a way to get out of this. And what I figured out, that I found out the God of the Bible is not the God of everybody. And that's what our people have to understand. And have to take it seriously. You cannot be joking about this stuff. This stuff is your identity, and you need that in order to survive. These other nations have their identity. That's why they celebrate Memorial Day today. That's why they have a day where they let you off of work because they remember in the past. Black people as a whole, no, you don't want to remember your past. You like, oh, that's too bad. Oh, I don't want to think about that. But you should remember that because the oppressor, the so-called white man, he remember what happens to him. You look at what happened with the World Trade Center. You see what happened in World Trade Center got bombed. What did they do? They went over there and dropped bombs on Afghanistan. That's what they did. Because they're not taking that for no answer. They ain't finna sit back and they're gonna send up, they're gonna pray. They're gonna pray about it. You understand? Our people do need to pray to the Lord, but we need to come together like the Lord said, because Esau is blessed with the sword. He can rise up and murder millions with guns and chemical warfare. We come up and try to rise against Esau, we're going to fall by his sword because the Lord blessed him with it. And the only way we can combat with him is by coming together and taking our spirit out of his empire. And then we will be able to continue with him. But until then, we won't be able to do it. We will not be able to do it. Why? Because our mind is too, set in this empire ways. You understand? We too busy thinking like the oppressor and not thinking not like the oppressor. We want to think just like him and then want to go against him. You understand? That does not work. You running around with the AK-47, the M16, thinking you big and bad. You joining the Black Panthers. Meanwhile, you running down on the white man and you running and shooting them. What that's gonna do? Nothing. You're gonna get millions and millions of our people destroyed for nothing. You understand? Because you think you big and bad like the oppressor. Right now, this is the oppressor time to shine. But our time gonna shine when we come back to the Lord. You understand? That's why these other nations do not respect you. They don't respect our people at all. But their time will come to an end where we run into him for hunger and thirst and clothing and want of all things. That time coming to an end. Let me keep reading. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. That yoke of iron is spiritual and is physical. You understand? It's literal. Salaki. That yoke of iron is what happened 250 years ago. That yoke of iron was on our neck, literally. You understand? And what happened to us? We served the enemies that the Lord put against us. The Lord did that. If it's evilness they did in the earth, having the Lord did it, you understand? That's talking about when you sin and you go against the Most High. You understand? Your iniquity shall go against the Most High, and judgment will come down. It may not come down right now, but it will. I did a lot of stuff in my past. I expect to be dead. You understand? But now I'm serving the Lord. I'm looking to find a better way in the Lord. You understand? And for our people. But let's keep on going. And we're going to go to Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 1. And it reads, so I return and consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun, and behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And on the side of their oppressors, there was power. You understand? The side of our oppressors is power. You understand? Because of our disobedience. You understand? They consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun. And behold, the tears of such were oppressed. The ones that are in turmoil, our people that's been in turmoil for a long time. You understand? We don't have no comforter. Why? Because we have turned away from the comfort. You understand? It has turned away from the Bible has been that. You understand? And the people, and you look at right now, the ISUPK been here since 1969. We done had the 55th annual Passover. You just had the sister, the so-called, what's the sister? She got the song China Monet. She just had the song say she like to cook, clean, and submit and shut up. You understand? She just came out with this song. And our people, you understand, we just had the Passover, and our people still are walking around with all this information today. They're still walking around confused and don't know what is going on in the earth. You understand? But it's right in front of your face. You look at Israel, what's happening today. The so-called Palestinians, they are at war with Israel right now. If you black people, our people, pay attention to the damn news. You understand? We need to be watching what's going on instead of watching around trying to see what music video you can get your mind onto. You're going to look up and the world going to be blown to smithereens, and now you got to figure out what you're going to do. But this is why we have the laws that's going on. Our Hispanic brothers and sisters, right now, they at the border. You got the so-called governor of Florida, the governor of Texas. You understand? DeSantis and all them in Florida, the governor. He over there siding with Texas to keep our people out from the border. You understand? And you know how Edomites do, talking about this is their land. These devils, this is not your damn land. This is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians land. And that land over there surrounded by our Issaquahite brothers and sisters, dealing with our Puerto Rican brothers and sisters. You understand? Our Dominican brothers and sisters, all them Caribbean islands dealing down there in Mexico, down in the Yucatan Peninsula. All of these places are where our people are at. And the so-called Edomite was never there. You understand? For the past thousands of years, I would say 3 to 4,000 years ago, they was never here. You understand? And they want to sit up here and say that, you understand, that this is their land. But our people have no comfort. We don't have it. And on the side of oppressors, they have power. You understand? But they had no comfort. And that's where we at. See, on the side of the oppressor, they have power. You look at the judicial system. You understand? Why you think when somebody call the police, you running? You understand? You worried about what's going to happen. You don't want to go to jail. You understand? Because you know what comes with that badge on the police. You know what happens. You might get killed. You might get 100 years in prison. You don't know what's going to happen. You understand? But that's power that comes on the side of the oppressor. You understand? But I wanted to bring up an article too about, y'all probably seen it a while back, about Navy Federal. So like about Navy Federal. Navy Federal, I used to bank at Navy Federal. You understand? But Navy Federal, they wasn't approving of loans, you understand? They was not approving of loans for black people. They weren't doing it. And our people have to understand that the mind frame of this oppressor is always to hate you. That's what's on their mind. You might think, oh no, they ain't hating me. Yes, they are. The core of this country is not built around you. When the U.S. Constitution was written, when they said all men are created equal, that's still in the law. And when it was written, black people was nowhere to be found. And in that law, it said they just not tried to change it and said a black man is 3/5 of a human being. How you created equal, then you shown that you 3/5 of a human being. Meaning that when they said that they said that all men are created equal, that all men is talking about Edomites. That's talking about his own brethren, his own neighbor that looks just like him. You understand? He loved his own. But when you look at all of these banks come from slavery. They was built up around the funds transferred through slavery. You understand? From the so-called East Indian all the way to the African, dealing over there with the Japanese and the Chinese. You understand? Dealing with you understand, different other small subpart nations of people. You understand? We've been traded all over the earth, like he said in the book of Deuteronomy. Now I'm gonna pull up this article real quick if I can get to the article. But Navy Federal ended up with a lawsuit, allegedly racial discrimination and housing lending by Navy Federal Credit Union, whereas Fargo was the same way. You understand? Because a lot of these banks are still spending slave money. They still spending nigga money. You understand? That's what's going on. Now, this was over in I want to say this ended up happening in Jacksonville, if I'm mistaken. It's like, but I just wanted to read a little bit of it. You understand? This right here is by the this is an article with the news for Jacksonville. Yeah, it's like Jacksonville. This was posted February 22nd, 2024. You understand? Like this was this year. You understand? Let's read. This is Jacksonville, Florida. Veterans who are black said that they was denied housing loans from a major credit union because of their race. A CNN investigation found Navy Federal Credit Union was more than twice as likely to deny black loan applicants than white applicants. The credit union said that doesn't tell the full story though. Veterans were emotional, speaking at a New York news conference Thursday about their experiences trying to get housing loans from Navy Federal Credit Union. They quote said, "We found our dream home," said veteran Carl Carr. "We turned to Navy Federal because we trusted them." See, that's what's wrong with our people, man. You understand? We put our trust in these places. You understand? When these places they will steal and suck everything you got out of your pocket. That's what they're doing. You put your trust in these people. You understand? I understand you got to put money in the bank account, but they sat up here and said, you understand, we trusted them. We trusted these bank people. That's what they did. It's the same thing what happened in Buffalo, New York. You understand? You got an Edomite sitting outside. He done plotted against the neighborhood grocery store for a whole, I want to say 2 or 3 months. He had a whole written Miranda. That's what he had written up. And he went in there with an AK-47 or whatever he had and started shooting up the whole place with nigga written all over the gun and started killing our older and elder people in our community up there in Buffalo, New York. And the same people, when this devil even went to jail, they sat up there and said they're going to pray for him and they forgive him. That's what's wrong with Christianity. Christianity is full of BS. You're going to get shot in the face and then you're going to say, oh, I'm going to pray for you. The Lord hates that. The Lord hates a beggar. You understand? He hates when you beg. But I'm gonna read a scripture later on and show you how the oppressor, he's gonna be begging for mercy from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He's gonna be begging for that. You understand? But let's keep on reading. Carr said he joined the credit union in 1982, the same year he enlisted in the U.S. Navy. Look at it right here. The U.S. Navy. He done joined the U.S. Navy and trusting in them. Giving his strength, like this Lord say, do not give strength to your oppressor. Give it to another nation. The Lord say, do not do that. You give your strength to your own people, even though your people hate your guts. Just like today. Our people hate when we go out on that corner and talk about the crimes that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are doing. And when we talk about the crimes that other nations are doing to us. They hate when we do that. You understand? But then eventually they realize that, dang, our people really do care about us. Because you're not going to let your child just run around and do anything under the sun. You're going to have to correct that child. It's the same way with us. When you love your brothers and sisters, you ain't going to let your brother and sister run and jump off no cliff. You're going to run and talk to your brothers and sisters. And you want to let them know, look, this is not the end. You understand? You cannot do this. You understand? Correction is love. That's what that is. That's why the Lord breaking our behind for not keeping his law, because he really cares about us. And if we was to take it serious and stop joking around, you think he can't smell that BS on you? You understand? You think the Lord don't know that you shucking and jiving for the oppressor and shucking and jiving about what he told you to do. No, he told you to come back to him by keeping his laws. That's what he said. But nah, you don't want to do that. This is what you do. Love the oppressor like the Lord said not to do, and you follow his customs and you follow his ways as the Lord said not to do. You understand? But this brother right here, he joined the credit union in 1982, The same year he enlisted in the U.S. Navy when he shouldn't have been in the U.S. Navy, first of all. Chasing money, trying to figure out where to go. You understand? And I'm sure in 1982, the ISUPK was around. He ran into us probably, but after he, been in this situation, Lord willing, he turned his face towards what's being done in the earth and said, man, I need to find a way out of this. And hoping, Lord willing, he run into us. You understand? Let me keep reading. And he said, and quote, I joined when I was inner city kid in North New Jersey. The Navy offered direction and opportunity to kids like me, he said. Why he said I joined when I was an inner city kid in North New Jersey? Why? This is in the 1980s. People, drugs were going around bad. This is when you got, all the big name drug dealers. Hell, you had Big Meech and them starting to come up. You understand? But back then you had Frank Lucas. You understand? You had all these big name. You got what's the brother name? Can't think his name, but you got the brother from California, Freeway Ricky Ross, who they made Snowfall after. You understand? This right here is during the time where black people are destroyed, and he probably was, his mother and father would tell him like, look, he may not even have his mother and father, but he's dealing with all this stuff that goes on in that area. Oppression. He's getting oppressed. So he figured out, well, at least I can go in the military, I can get away from this. You understand? And he probably did a lot. He probably done killed people, did all type of stuff. Ain't no damn telling. Even though he was in the Navy, ain't no telling what he had to do. And all that work, all the money he probably had to, the ridicule he had to deal with, you understand, being in the Navy. But he get out and they treat him like, like a second-class citizen. Because that's what you are in America, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Even today with these other nations in here, you ain't second class no more. You treated as a fifth class citizen. That means you're treated like complete garbage in America. You understand? That's what you're treated like. But let's keep on going. He said he and his wife were denied a mortgage loan from Navy Federal in 2021, even though they were ideal applicants, checking all the boxes when it came to income, debt to income ratio, and cash in the bank. Being African American, we knew that we just couldn't be equal. We had to be better. That's the same thing that goes on today. The Lord also said this, that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because you're not African American. You're not African, you're not American. You're not either one of those. You understand? You are Israelites, which is a nationality. That's what that is. But our people, they don't know. So that's where we come in to teach our people what they need to know. Being African American, you understand what he said? We know that we just couldn't be equal. He said we just couldn't be equal. When you keep reading, he said we knew we had to suppress all criteria. That's the notion of being black in these European nations. That's the notion of that. That's what I was taught growing up. You understand that you just can't be mediocre. Oh, you got to excel because you're black. You understand? When white people in America, they're not taught that, but somehow they still sit over the top of you. Why? Because you have to realize that this is not your nation. It is. You cannot put your heart and soul into this place. You understand? Which is your heart is talking about your mind, because your heart don't do nothing but pump blood. Your mind, you have to think. You have to think and say, look, something got to be done. What does Ecclesiastes 7:7 says? It says, oppression shall make a wise man mad, but a gift shall destroy the heart. Oppression make a wise man mad. If you're wise, you understand, after seeing oppression, you're going to be mad as hell. You understand? And you're not going to let no gift that somebody give you, like they gave us Black History Month, which at first it started off as Black History Week. You understand? And then they later on changed it to Black History Month to so-called appease black people. You understand? That's what they did. That gift destroys your heart, meaning it destroys your mind. When somebody give you a gift all the time, oh, you're going to constantly say, oh, I thank you. I appreciate you giving me that. Over time, you're going to sit there and you're going to forget about what they really did to you, because you're like, oh, they've been so nice to me. They've been giving me all this stuff. They've been doing this to me. No, they fatten you up to slaughter you. That's what they're doing, especially in this empire. When the Lord told you who the people he sent to be against you, you understand, for your disobedience. And you're going to fall in love with these people? No. Just like right here, in the spirit, they knew, even though they don't have the truth, they knew that they could not be equal. They had to be better. You understand? They knew it. Even in their ignorance, they ain't know. But I just wanted, I ain't want to read all of this with it, but it's heavy. It's a heavy point because it shows how you sit up here and you fight for this oppressor. You get your leg blown off, get your eye knocked out of your socket. You understand? You get your rod blown off where you can't even have sex with your woman at all. Can't have sex with your wife. You understand? Because you got your meat blown off by fighting for the oppressor. You come back home with a half a stomach. You understand? Because you fighting for another nation of people that don't show the same love to you. You get into it. We just had a brother. Pull out the brother name. He got killed and he was in the military. You understand? The brother was in the military and got murdered. His name was Roger Fortson. You understand? Let me see. Can I pull up a picture for you real quick? Pull up a picture real quick. Like if y'all can see Roger Fortson, you understand? This brother right here was shot by, police officers right at the front door. You understand? Came down to the door. Brother came to the door, they blasted. You understand? Now this just happened. But you joining these oppressors, and this is what's continuing to happen to you. We just had, two sisters and one brother from Atlanta go over there, and what it was, down there dealing with near the Gaza Strip. They down there dealing with this Israeli-Palestinian war. They ain't even got no business in the military trying to fight, you understand, the oppressor, thinking that this nation cares about them, saying land of the free and all of this. Even though they telling a lie, the land ain't damn free. Ain't nothing free about this damn land. They let you do what the hell you want to do under the banner of American, you understand, this society. That's what they tell you to do. But you come over here, you carry on their ways, you follow everything they say to do. You understand? You get married, and the white man have to validate your marriage. That's what you do over here in America. Your parents don't validate your marriage. The white man do. You give up that box. You give up that box for free. You understand? The man slinging rod for free around here. He's slinging rod all around. That's what he's doing. Catching all type of viral disease, all type of stuff. Why? Because we have no sense of morality in this place. We do not care at all when we supposed to care about our people. And care. If we don't care about ourselves, we not damn sure ain't gonna care about our people. You understand? We have to have a morality, rebirth. You understand? We have to come back to what the Lord said to do. You understand? But I want to read a little bit about the brother. You understand? I ain't gonna get deep into it, but I just want to read. This was published May the 24th. You understand? 2024. You understand? A Colorloosa County, Florida. You understand? Public records have been released for access in the fatal deputy-involved shooting of Roger Fortson. Fortson was killed in a deputy-involved shooting May the 3rd, 2024 in Fort Walton Beach. It's crazy because I just went down to Fort Walton Beach. I ain't even know this was going on. You understand? But this is what happens in our empire. It's so-called in this empire with this oppressor, Salaki. Not my empire, but the oppressor's empire. Deputies was responding to calls regarding the disturbance at the apartment complex. Attorney Ben Coon is representing the family of Fortson, and he claims Fortson was alone when a deputy knocked at his door. You understand? It said News Channel 7 has reached out to Crump's office and are waiting to hear back regarding the response to records releasing Friday. You understand? But yeah, the brother got shot. They had a video of it. Salaki. But the brother got shot right at the front door, and it's crazy because these police officers, man, they be tripping happy with these guns. They, especially like the Edomites, they be ready to blast you. You understand? You don't look nothing like they people. You don't look like when they celebrate the 4th of July. You don't look like the people that they say when America got not emancipation, when they became so-called free, independent. You understand? You don't look like the people around that time. You don't, because you was in the cotton fields. That's where your people's at, picking cotton till their thumbs got sore. That's what they was doing. But let's keep on. Let's get back to it. I want to pull some more scriptures. Keep going. Y'all bear with me just a minute. But when you out here, and just like when I'm at these slaveries, I deal with these oppressors accordingly. You understand? I stand on business when it comes to the Lord. You understand? Especially when I'm at these jobs. But I also just do my job. That's what I do. I work. I ain't come there to talk to you about nothing else. You want to be nosy? If you want to disrespect me, we could. You understand? We can take it there. Not saying I'm finna, put hands on you, but I'm finna tell you about yourself. You understand? But I'm not trying to do that. I just want to go to work, come back home, pay my tithes, feed my family, do what I gotta do. You understand? But let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whether thou goes. You understand? Like when you pass away, you ain't no more wisdom you about to get. You understand? You got to come back. We believe in reincarnation, which Christ taught. You come back through your family bloodline. You understand? But while you in this earth, whatever you doing, especially when you want to make sure you doing something lawful. You don't want to be out here selling drugs. You understand? You don't want to be doing none of that. You don't want to be being a whoremonger, prostitute. A whoremonger is a pimp. You understand? You don't want to be doing none of that. But what you want to do when you working at these slaveries, understand, if you in the military, you work, but you want to get out. You understand? You want to try to get out of it. But whatever you doing in this empire, you want to make sure you looking out for your people. And whatever your hand finds to do, you do it with all your might. You understand? You do it. You don't half-ass. That's why that brother just said he know that even though he in his ignorant, he just said that we got to excel. When he was trying to apply for a Navy federal loan, he just said that he had to excel. His family had to ride, had to be better. You understand? But we're going to keep on going. We're going to go to Psalms chapter 83, verse 3. And it says, they have taken crafty counsel against our people and consulted against our hidden ones. This is King David prayer. You understand? Because these nations, which I read up in Deuteronomy, where the Lord said he going to send a nation against our people. You understand? These people have taken crafty counsel against us. You understand? When you sit up here and you look at what's happening in the government, you dealing with food stamps, you dealing with child abortion. You understand? You got these abortion clinics. When you do the research on a lot of this stuff, it's brought out that they brought it in to basically sterilize our people. Because if you look at the research over there in Puerto Rico, you understand, our Puerto Rican brothers and sisters from the tribe of Ephraim, 40% of the women over in Puerto Rico are sterilized. You understand? And that is done on purpose. When you look at this place, you read the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against our people. These Edomites hate our good, you understand? And consulting against the hidden ones, the ones who are trying to figure out what's going on in this earth, you understand? They consulted against us. That's what they're doing. But I just want to read to you another point that comes from back in the 40s, you understand? This is around the time when they were trying to pass some old GI bill, you understand? This is what they were trying to pass. Because our people would go and fight in these wars, and we would get home from the war, and they would take their brother and strip his damn GI uniform off, strip his whole military fatigue uniform off and strip them butt naked and say that you do not supposed to be, acknowledged in this country. This is what is thought about you. It's no different than Governor DeSantis when he was talking to the brother at a meeting. They had a council meeting. I'm gonna play that video tonight, but he had a council meeting where he was talking about the shooting that happened down in Florida and what happened with him. He sat up there when the brother said that he was a veteran. The way he spoke and said, "Thank you for your service," it's almost like he didn't even want to say it. Why? Because the spirit of this place hates your guts. That's what happens. They'll lie and say no. They'll feed you and give you that gift, like I just said in Ecclesiastes 7:7. A gift shall destroy the heart. That's what they shall do. They'll give you all type of gifts. Oh, bring you a Christmas gift, bring you a college gift. Oh, it's gonna make you think that, oh, they so nice to me. This is not happening, because when I was in the world, I used to think the same thing. When my mind was out in the world, I used to think the same thing. But let's get into it. This is an article from the Equal Justice Initiative website. In June 1947, a black Navy federal named Joe Nathan Roberts, studying at the Temple University through the GI Bill, was visiting family in Sardis, Georgia, when a group of white men became upset because he refused to call them sir. Damn, refused to call them sir. Just because he didn't want to call them sir, it became a problem. Later that night, the men abducted Mr. Roberts from his parents' home and shot him to death. This is what happens to you in this empire, man. This is what happens to you. Let's keep going. The next year, on September the 9th, 1948, a group of white men shot and killed a 28-year-old black veteran named Isaiah Nixon outside of his home and in front of his wife and 6 children. Just hours after he defied threats and voted in the local primary election in Montgomery County, Georgia. He defied threats. That means the so-called Edomites threatened him not to go vote. He went and voted and lost his life. That's what happened. 2 white men arrested and charged with his death were later acquitted by what? All white juries. You understand? And I wanted to bring up about this sister down in Fort Hood who fought in the military. Our Hispanic sister that was buried. She was sat down there and, she was abused. I can't say the R word, but she was hard R word down there in Fort Hood at the Fort Hood base. You understand? I want to say her name was Vanessa McGillen. Yeah. But let me pull this up real quick. I want to bring up about these sisters, man. We join these militaries, and they not remembering you on Memorial Day. They ain't remembering you. You going in they military and you getting hard R word in there, and you getting abused, and they treating you with racism in there and getting out saying that they not doing it. That's what they're doing. But let's go to it. Pull up this sister. And I hate this happening to our sisters, man. Especially to our brothers too, man. It's just horrible, man. It's a horrible thing. This right here was in, you understand, especially Fort Hood, because when I was coming into the truth, you understand, this an old article, but this was in 2023. It ain't that old. But I know this happened before. You understand? This was from the NBC News. Female soldier found dead at Fort Hood, the same army base in Texas where Vanessa McGillen was murdered. Fort Hood said Thursday that no foul play was evident so far in the ongoing investigation into the March 13 death of Private Anna Basadua Reyes, 20 years old, man. Young sister. Sad, man. You see the sister right here. But she was unalive, you understand? and they say no foul play. That's what they always say. Or they'll say it was a suicide or some crap like that. But somehow sister come up missing. You understand? I want to say Vanessa McGillen was the sister that got, she got, did all type of heinous crimes done to her. You understand? In the tent. They had some old tent thing that they, when they stay out there, in the tent out in the field, and it just all type of mess be going on. But let's read a little bit on it. It says a female soldier died earlier this week at Fort Hood, the same army base in Texas where Vanessa McGillen was murdered 3 years ago, officials said. Combat engineer Private and Anna Basadua Raez died Monday at the base, Fort Hood said in news release. Basadua Raez, 20, who was from Long Beach, California, joined the Army in July 2021 and was assigned to the 1st Cavalry Division since December that year. Officials did not reveal how she died, but said an investigation is underway into the circumstances. The base said the chain of command is in contact with Basuda Raez's family and providing support and resources to her family. You understand? It's horrible, man. When our people go in the military and you get murdered on the base, you get murdered at the place where you don't supposed to get murdered at, but you get murdered there. You understand? And then they say, oh, nothing is going on. Look at our system, man. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians supposed to be together and taking our mind out of this oppressive ways, like it says in the book of Revelation. The Lord said, come out of her, my people, so you do not be partakers of their sins. Like, don't be partakers of what they doing, man. The Lord said, get away from that. You understand? But we want to be so simple-minded and act like we gotta be like that. We gotta do what they doing. Damn all that, man. Damn what they talking about. You come and serve the Lord and forget what they running their mouth about. Because at the end of the day, they're going to come to the people who's looking out for them. That's what's going to happen. Our people need to change their ways and understand that our people are just following whatever the oppressor says. When they show drug dealers, you want to be a drug dealer because you was not the first drug dealer. The oppressor was the first drug dealer. You understand? He was giving you the drugs. You understand? But you got to say, man, I can't be like that. Especially you got brothers and sisters out here telling you, don't do it. You understand? This is what's happening to our people, man. Don't go in a military. The day so-called Memorial Day, and the Lord hates when you celebrate another nation holidays. He hates it. You understand? That's why we're going to keep on having child abortion, diabetes, blood pressure, cancer, every single sickness that you could think about under the sun. We're going to continue to keep having it. Because we wouldn't have it if we would take our mind out of this place and say, man, maybe I don't need that. You understand? Maybe I don't need to do that. At least for the Lord, I can stop eating pig and shrimp. At least you can do that. Damn. But you want to keep doing everything that it goes against the Lord and then highlight that you love the Lord and you want the Lord to do something for you when you don't want to do nothing that the Lord asks of you. You don't want to do nothing that he says. That's why you're going to keep busting your head. When men ain't going to be able to find no good woman. That's why the scriptures say a wicked man shall take on the portion of a wicked woman. You understand? You going to continue to find knucklehead sisters out here. And the women are going to continue to find knucklehead men out here. You understand? We're never going to be able to get on track. Why? Because you want to disobey the Lord. Keep doing it and see what continue to keep happening. You looking at Vanessa Williams. She married to a damn Edomite. You're going to be looking just like her. You understand? Keep on doing what you're doing. You understand? You're going to be mad as hell that you had a baby by a damn Edomite when that's not what you're supposed to be doing. But let's go back to it. Let's go back to it. I want to pull some more scriptures. Let's go to Matthew. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. If you look up the word mammon, what is mammon? It's talking about, now it's written in Greek because this is the New Testament, but the spirit of it, these are Israelites. You understand? It's talking about riches. You understand? Treasure where your heart lies, which is vanity. Which you celebrate, you worship man. That's what our people worship in this empire today. You worship vain things, which means nothing, because you put that over the Most High, and you worship the man who give you these vain things. You understand? This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. And I'm reading it over again. No man can serve two masters. You ain't serving two masters here. Either you're going to serve the Most High, or either going to serve the so-called white man, the Edomite. That's who you're going to serve. Meaning that you're going to go to that job and you're going to pour your spirit into that job instead of pouring your spirit into what the Lord said to do, which is to bring blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians back together so we don't have to continue to live like this. You understand? We know you got to go to work every day. You got to do that. But you don't give your soul into that, meaning that's all you do. And then one day out of 6 months, you go on some vacation, and all that other time you eating crab, shrimp, and lobster ain't did nothing for the Lord. Nothing. The Lord asks of you to do something, not to do what the hell you want to do 365. No. That's why the Lord say either you're going to love one and you're going to hate the other. You're going to despise. That means you're going to despise the Most High. You're going to hate what he says. That's why he said it right here. You're going to hold to one, meaning you're going to hold to that oppressor because he giving you everything that you adore. Only thing you got to do is get your black behind up and go to work every day. You're going to despise the Most High. You're going to despise the people that's trying to get you to do right. You're going to despise them. That's why the Lord said you cannot serve God and man. You understand? Look at P. Diddy today. Look at what's happening to P. Diddy. Look at what happened with Cassie. You understand? Our people are destroyed. Therefore, you got our sisters and brothers that's going to run out and choose predators like that. You understand? They're going to pick people like that. You got women predators. You got men predators. P. Diddy is just a big example because he's a giant in the earth. What the scriptures talk about, people being giants and renowned in the earth. Why? Because everybody knows P. Diddy for the music and them Sean John clothes that he be making that nobody wears today. Nobody wearing that. You understand? But he's a giant in the earth, and our people have to understand that these people are placed in these positions to destroy us. You understand? Because if we sit back and we love all that stuff, what is the oppressor going to do? To profit or make gain off of us, he's going to charge us for it. If you look at Tubi, look at who owns Tubi. So-called white people. That's who owns Tubi. Who owns BET? White people. They put this stuff out for you because they know your mind is like degraded cheese. They do not care. They understand that you like gossip, that you like, all type of foolery. That's what they know that you like. You like destruction. You like mess. That's what our people love. That's why we're going to continue to keep living like this, because we think that, oh, I don't want to have to change. I don't want to have to do nothing. Yeah, you got to do something. You understand? You have to do something. Let's keep on going. I don't want to use this scripture right here, right now, but let's keep going. I want to wait and pull that one. Let's go to Psalms chapter 127, verse 1. You understand? It said this is King David. You understand? This is a prayer. And it says decrees of Solomon. Except the Lord build a house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. Except the Lord build a house, meaning that when you look at Black Wall Street, you look at a lot of things that we build in this empire. You look at the Black Panthers. You look at a lot of stuff that we built up to try to build some type of safe haven for our people. It is not going to be built right because it's not built in the spirit of the Lord. It's not built with the Lord in mind at all. And I ain't talking about these churches. These churches are not built with the Lord in mind at all. It's built about gain and greed. That's what it's built about. Because when you go into them scriptures, they doing everything outside of what's in the Bible. That's why none of it has progressed. You look at the ISUPK in 1969, we've been saying the same radical stuff since then. And you had to change one bit. But you know what other people do? They get their behind up and they leave. You know why? Because they're afraid of change. They do not want to have to change and do nothing. You understand? It's easy to smoke dope It's easy to have sex with another man's wife. That's something easy to do to destroy yourself. That's something simple and easy to do. But when it's time for you to have to change, and you have to change for other people, change for your children, nah, that's something that you ain't quite ready, willing to do. You ain't about to want. You ain't want to do that. You understand? That's why the Lord said He hates somebody who lukewarm. He don't want you half behind, half what you want to say, half assing with Him. He do not want that. You understand? That's just like anybody in the hood. You understand? Looking on the, if you working on the left hand side and you selling dope, you don't want no brother coming up in there and he half behind with you. He working with some clique down the street. He selling dope for them. You don't want that. You understand? It's the way with the Lord. The Lord wants you to be all about Him. He wants you to be all about your people. You understand? The words that come out of your mouth be about your people and the betterment of your people. You understand? Even if that time, sometimes it hurts to hear that. Sometimes it hurts to have to change your ways. I know it hurt for me too. When I came into the truth, it hurt. Why? Because I was used to doing the same thing all the time. That's what insanity is. You keep doing the same thing and expecting for change. Nah, ain't nothing gonna happen. You're gonna keep wondering, why is this happening to me? Why? Because you're not looking for anything better. You understand? Only when it involves money and it makes you happy on your end. You understand? But it doesn't work like that. Let's keep going. Except the Lord buildeth the house, they labor in vain that build it. That house that they building, like when they built Black Wall Street, all of that labor that they had was in vain, man. It was thrown away because you kept building it up. It's no different if you have a child and that child come in there and say, Mom and Daddy, and they build a fort and you come in there and knock the fort down. They gonna feel some type of way about that. You understand? It's the same way with us. We came up in this empire and we try to build up these houses, but it's not did in the way of the Lord. It's not did in the way the Lord wanted us to build it up. You understand? These churches got all type of molestation in these churches. You just had Joel Osteen. They tore down his church that he had, and I want to say it's in Texas. The hurricane came through, might have been Katrina. He up there telling people they can't come in his church. He's supposed to be the pastor. Meaning, when you read in the scriptures, you find out that he don't even supposed to be a damn pastor. He don't supposed to be no damn pastor. He's a heathen. A heathen is not supposed to be teaching these laws. They do not. Why? Because the heathen is made to be against the Lord's chosen people. They're not doing anything for the betterment of your people. When they shut down and they found $60,000 stuffed off in his in the bathroom walls, what you think he doing with that money? Oh, that's a drug dealer. That's what he is. He may not be selling drugs, but Christianity is a drug that our people keep smoking every week. We smoke. Some of our people smoke it 2 or 3 times a day. They go to revival service. They go to Bible study. Go up in there, can't tell you nothing that happened. Don't know nothing. Been going to church 50 years and can't tell you nothing. You understand? Because that crap that they teach you in there is just to fulfill your lust to make you so-called feel good. But it really ain't got nothing to do with bringing your people back together. Because the first thing, if they ain't teaching that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians supposed to come back together, you need to be running for the hills. You need to be getting the hell out of them. You need to be getting gone. Whatever you need to do, it's time for you to go. You understand? I tell my family that all the time. Get the hell out of them churches. The coronavirus came, and what happened? They ain't had no answer for you. You was falling out, family members dying across the corner. They going to work, falling out at work. You understand? But they ain't had no answer for that. Meanwhile, the ISUPK been telling you that the Lord gonna continue to send plagues if you do not get right with Him. You understand? And bring your people back to the fold. You don't let your people go. If you see your family member, you know they smoking dope. You done told them the law. If they gonna smoke the dope, they gonna go and smoke the dope. You telling them not to do it, but if they gonna continue to do it, let them do it. Here, what you supposed to do? This their life they want to destroy. You understand? But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain. You understand? That's the Lord. The Lord keepeth the city. You understand? When it's done right. You understand? The watchman, they wake up in vain. You understand? The ones that's in that city where the house is built, so like where that house is built and it's built, you understand, not in the ways of the Lord, they gonna wake up the people that's supposed to be watching. You understand, the gates and stuff. All of it is gonna be done in vain because none of it's done according to how the Lord wanted it to be done. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. See, this is what we talking about. Our people make their own will, not according to God, and die because of it. You understand? The Christian church that made everybody God, meaning that their conscience in their head is telling them that they are God. That's what they're doing because they're gonna sit back when they say, well, Lord gonna forgive me. I know I did this, I did that. Yeah, you keep thinking that the Lord gonna keep on forgiving you. You understand? But he's not gonna keep on forgiving you. You understand? He wants you to change, but he's gonna take your behind out of here. Either he gonna kill you, or he gonna take somebody that you care about. You understand? That's what he's gonna do. And you're gonna be forced to have to change. He's gonna put you in a predicament where you're gonna have to change. You understand? And if you don't, maybe it wasn't meant for you to have to change. And maybe you got to meet the left-hand side of the Lord. You understand? But let's keep on going. You understand? The way, like when you look into the scriptures, the wages of sin is death. And that's why it says right here, it says there is a way which seemeth right unto man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And this is also talking about, you understand, when we living in this empire, you get money and you doing all type of things. You think you living your best life. You understand? That way seem right unto you. Oh, the Lord blessing me. Look, I'm going on vacation. Look, I'm doing all type of things. I'm just living my life. Look, I got a house. I got me a car. Look, I did all of this. You understand? That way seem right. Meanwhile, to get that house, the man, he done turned into Saucy Santana. Then you look up the sister, she done got with a damn horrible brother like P. Diddy. You end up in predicaments like that. Meanwhile, the brother selling dope, you stay around the brother, you understand, because you think that is right, because you ain't doing what he's doing. But you taking everything that they're offering, you like, well, and you promoting, you letting them know, look, sell that, you ain't meant I say sell that dope, but you taking everything that joker offering. You understand? And you supposed to say, hell no, nah, we not gonna do that. But the end thereof are the ways of death. You understand? Because these ways that we think we selling dope to get on top, you understand? We lying to our brothers and sisters constantly. You understand? This right here is the ways that lead to death, and death for generations. You understand? But let's keep going. This is Psalms chapter 109, chapter 109, verse 2 through, we're gonna read through 10. You understand? But let's keep going. For the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. And this is what you look at Memorial Day today. This is what this is. You understand? They sat up here and they forgot all about our people, man. They forget about our people. They don't talk about the Native Indians. They just came out with the movie called Killers of Flower Moon, man. They don't talk about that situation. They don't. They don't talk about the Masonic, the Edomites being Masons and all that. They don't talk about that. You understand? They don't want to remember what happened to you, because your death and your sacrifice that you done did in this country, they don't show you that the Native Indians had oil money then. They don't talk about none of that. They don't talk about all the sisters that they murdered too. They don't talk about that. It was over 54 murders over there in the Sogi County. They don't talk about that. But they murdered your people and then they ignored it, and they having Memorial Day to remember their people. Oh, they just throw your people up in there. But when you ride down half of these streets, just like when you go to my hometown, you ride down half of these streets, they're going to have these little pictures out, and I bet majority of them are Edomites. Because you got the poor Edomite who's going in the military. The rich Edomite, he ain't going up in there. The ones that's born into money, nah, they tell their children, you ain't got to go in there. What you going in there for? To get your leg blown off. But they made sure the poor people go up in there. You understand? They made sure you go up in there and get your jaw blowed off or get half of your face melted off. That's what they tell you to do. But the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me, meaning they are open against you to keep you destroyed. This is King David talking. He's talking, and he had to deal with all type of nations. You understand? And I want to say he might have been on the run right here. Let's keep going. They have spoken against me with their lying tongue. That's what these other nations do, and that's what they do when you join these empires, when you join a military. Verse 3, they compass me about also with the words of hatred. That's what they do. You joined it. That what happened to the sister that we just read. You understand? That's what just happened to the sister. But Saul the Rawis, 20, down there in Fort Walton. That was just happened. You understand? She down there trying to make a living in her life, trying to make a living for if she got a family, or kids or whatever. You understand? They compass me also with words of hatred. That what happened to Vanessa McGillen. That's what happened to her. You understand? They were saying racist slurs and all type of stuff against that sister. That's what happened to this brother right here. You understand? Roger Fortson. That what happened with him. You understand? You got Sandra Bland. You understand? You got Ahmaud Arbery. You got all these brothers and sisters that get murdered. You understand? And hung, and we don't know what's going on. You understand? This is what happens to us being in this empire. You understand? They compass me about also with words of hatred and fought against me without a cause. And these brothers and sisters, they die without a cause. They fight you. You just be black, Hispanic, and Native in America, be Native Indian in America, they gonna hate you just because you are who you are. You could just be standing somewhere and be black, and they hate your guts. You understand? And you live long enough, you pay attention to stuff, you will notice that. You understand? The younger people may not notice it, but be around long enough, and you'll be able to notice that. Let's go to verse 4. For my love, they are my adversaries. For my love. Not Paul, but David right here is talking about for Israel. They are my adversaries. He's talking about the other nations coming up against us. For the nation who the people he loves, he has adversaries. But I give myself unto prayer. He's praying unto the Lord. He's praying unto the Lord that these people be destroyed. You understand? Let's go to verse 5. And they have rewarded me evil for good and hatred for my love. You understand? Your love that you have given unto these people, they give in replacement for your love that you give to these people, they give you hatred. That's what they give you. And they reward you evil for the good that you do. That's what they do in this place. For all the good that you have done in this place, they reward you with death. You build up Black Wall Street. You build up America. You come over with the Native Indians. You show them, our Native Indians brother showed the so-called the so-called, what they call them people, the pilgrims or whatever they call them. They got with these people and taught them how to till the land. When these white people did not know how to make bread, they didn't know how to make none of this stuff. But our people was generous to say, look, we're going to show you how to survive. And what they do, they rewarded us by giving us blanket with smallpox on it. And dealing with some of our children had chicken pox and murdered 77 million Native Indians. That's how they rewarded us. They rewarded us, you don't understand, evil for good. And meanwhile, if you look at in America today, this so-called good is the evil that they rewarded unto us, and now they celebrate. You look at Thanksgiving. They celebrate Thanksgiving with murdering our brothers and sisters, and then they tell you, you should forget about that. You should forget this. But why you don't forget Memorial Day? Why you don't forget why you don't forget 4th of July? You need to forget that too. If you tell us that we need to forget what happened to us, you're not going to forget what happened to you. This is America. They don't forget what happened to them. They remember everything. You understand? That's why Donald Trump sat back and he talk about Rome. He talk about Egypt. He talk about Greece, because they remember America. They remember all these places where their people was in prosperity. They don't want to remember the Dark Ages. That's why they call it the Dark Ages, because their people was at the bottom. When you read in the book of Revelation, these are the people that was in the bottomless pit, which is talking about spiritual. These people literally wasn't in a pit, but they was at a low state in this earth. They was at a low state, and our people was on top and started disobeying and wanting to forgive these people. The same way that we lost our empire. When you have to realize that the Lord made a vessel of honor and he made a vessel of dishonor. That's what he made. And you cannot disobey what the Lord said by giving your spirit to these people that will take over your people and take everything from you every time. Let's keep on going. Let's go to verse 6. Set thou a wicked man over him. That's what King David praying for. He said, Lord, set thou a wicked man over him, over these people. You understand? And let Satan stand at his right hand. You understand? That's what he's saying. Over these people, I want these people destroyed. You understand? Satan gonna be at his right hand, tearing his behind up. You understand? Verse 7. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned. That's what David's praying right here. Let these people be condemned. The Lord said, David saying, get on them, Lord, tear them up. These people are destroying them. Let his prayer become sin. These prayer that he praying when he's sitting at the Thanksgiving table, he's sitting just like today. These people throwing this food on the grill. They are all also thankful for the soldiers and all this. They ain't thankful for the black soldiers. They thankful for them soldiers that went over there and died for their people. That's what they thankful for. But because when so-called, you understand, Memorial Day was made, our people was barely fighting in the Civil War. This is around, I want to say, the 1800s. That's when a lot of this, Memorial Day was brought up. So like if I'm off a few years or whatever. But this right here is talking. King David said, let their prayer. They praying up to the Lord. The Lord, Paul, so like I keep saying Paul. But David said, let their prayer be seen. You understand? You understand? He gonna flip over on top of their head. Let's go to verse 8. Let his days be few, and let another take his office. You understand? That's what we praying for every day. That let his time about to get cut short. We won't have to deal with this no more. Let his days be few. You understand? When I go to work all the time, I say, Lord, let these days be few so it can be over with. So we can start fighting for our kingdom. You understand? We can start really building up our kingdom. Let's go to verse 9. Let his children be fatherless. Let his wife be a widow. That's what David praying for, man. He praying for their children to be fatherless. Because what is the bit? What does America want? You look at what's happening when I brought up the World Trade Center. You understand? When they got bombed, what did they say? They want justice. Justice shall be served. That's what they say in America. What is justice for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? That's why the Lord say, what shall be done to us gonna be done to them in double. That's what's gonna happen to them. You understand? That's why it says right here, their children shall be fatherless and their wife a widow. But we're gonna destroy them off the face of the earth. So it won't be no sense of our people having to go through this again, as long as we come back and follow the law. You understand? But Christ gonna make it easy for you. You understand? You just gotta get on board and say, look, I'm gonna do what the Lord say even to the day I die. You have to say that. You have to fight for that. But let's keep going. Verse 10. Let his children be continually vagabonds. That's what the Edomite is. He's a vagabond. You understand? His children would continue to be vagabonds, running land to land. He's a vagabond today, calling America his land. Celebrating Memorial Day for destroying your people. You understand? He happy about that. He remembering all of that. He destroying other nations, destroying your people, and he's remembering that in his United States military. Because your people, our people getting murdered in his military. You understand? They ain't remembering that. They don't want to look at that. Oh, because that's some wrong that we did in our military when we supposed to be the big bad. You understand? Let's keep going, verse 10. Let the children be continually vagabonds. Vagabonds, a person, like I said, don't have no home. David right here is saying, let these children be continually vagabonds and beg. They're going to have to beg unto us. That's what they're going to have to do. Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places. The same way we was done in Egypt, when Moses, all he asked for us to have a day off. You understand? And guess what Pharaoh said? Hey, I'm going to give you a day off, but you're going to have to get your own brick and mortar. You're going to have to get your own brick and straw. He made it 2 times harder, and he wants us to do the same amount of work. That's a savage, man. That's why the Lord destroyed Egypt for all that garbage they were trying to do to us. The same reason why the Lord gonna destroy America for all the garbage that he doing to us. In Egypt, they had beer plants where we were drinking six packs of beer. After we got our work, we would get off at 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon and go have to get up early in the morning and work again. We did the same thing in Egypt. We're doing the same thing today. You understand? We born into the white man begging them, please, I got children. I gotta do this. I ain't got nowhere to lay my head. I gotta do this and do that. They gonna have to beg us just like we had to beg them. You understand? Justice shall be served by the Most High. And the Lord, he ain't no God if he can't give you that justice. And he gonna give it to you. You understand? That is righteous. That's a righteous thing. That's justice. You understand? Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate place. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 109. We're going to read verses 14 through 15. Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let the iniquities of his father be remembered. Look, it's Memorial Day today. Huh? And the Lord say right here, this is King David praying unto the Lord. Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord. The Lord gonna remember. You understand? The iniquities, the sins. That's what iniquity is. That their fathers have done to us, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Even the sin of these damn white devils won't be blotted out, man. Oh, it's gonna be a reckoning with these, man. It's gonna be the end of all of this foolery, man. Let's go to verse 15. Ain't gonna be no more Memorial Day. We gonna be memorializing you in stone. You understand? That's what's gonna happen. Verse 15. Let them be before the Lord continually. Meaning before, they're gonna be against the Lord. That's what it means by before. Let them be before the Lord continually, that he may be cut off the memory of them from the earth. David is praying to say, get these folks cut off out this earth, man. Get these folks knocked off out of here, man, for what they doing to us, man. You understand? This is your so-called your Memorial Day that you celebrating with your oppressor, throwing that meat on the grill. You understand? When you could have thrown meat on the grill 5 weeks from now. You understand? But during this time, this is what your spirit is into. You are into this empire. Your whole spirit is into it. You understand? But if you do not come out of it, man, and understand that you have to come together with your people and look at blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians as your own people, man. You got to do that. But I ain't gonna hold y'all any longer tonight. You understand? I just wanted to bring out a few points about Memorial Day, man, and how y'all need to get away from it, man, because your people, our people are being destroyed, man, for nothing. You understand? Like I just brought out in the scriptures. You give your love to these people, they reward you with evil, man. That's what they doing to you. But understand, Israel, man. Come back to the Lord. Salute the brothers out, man. I'm gonna see y'all next week, man. Y'all check out ISUPK Athens class, man. We got Officer 500 Radat Awalon, man. He teaching tomorrow, man. Y'all check out my brother, man. He cold with the scriptures. You understand, man? Man, y'all check out, man. We got this cookout coming in up in July, man. Y'all check it out, man. Check us out, ISUPK Athens, ISUPK Atlanta, man. Man, y'all check us out in Atlanta, man. We just had the Passover. Man, we had China Monet. She came through that thing in all black. You understand? The sisters out there jumping at the all black party, man. Everybody was having a good time, man. I got there kind of late. You understand? But I be having to drive. You understand? But it's all good, man. We gonna have the Passover again next year, man. Y'all show up so y'all can understand how we have to come back together and stop doubting and looking at your people for some type of error all the time. When your people supposed to come back to the Lord, it's a fight to do that. That's the whole point of it. It's not no damn magic. You understand? Don't work like that. It takes time to change. But our people have to keep going at it. Have to steady keep regurgitating the same thing. That's how you learn. You understand? You learn how to do it, but you have to change into what's different. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. I'm gonna salute the brothers out. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah to the brothers. Yahweh Shema Alatah Bahashem, Yahweh Shah to the sister. Shalom, Israel, man. See y'all next week, man.